published as 15 pages. It's not like this is the first one. So I just kind of I reserve.
I see all the candidates just come up for a second.
Ethan, QR's on there if you want to.
Oh my god. We also said I really like the dynamics. They don't even respect their rules. Like, I don't know. Like, Coach Justin's very like hardcore. Except he doesn't follow rules. Yeah. And it was like, oh, you guys have to find me. Like, I'm your captain. I'm not shepherd. I wanted, like, a lot of people got frustrated with, like, their brother. Like, we're literally texting. Like, it's not our place to be, like,
I would say try to do it today. 40 hours.
Like, you have to figure things out. And then it's like, oh, go talk to Richman. And you talk to Richman. That's why it's job. I really need to go to like 3 minutes. Okay, thank you. Yeah. He wanted us to handle it. Us. Like, we're not allowed to right now. And you guys coached it. Wait, and they gave us a video. Today.
Okay, we're gonna get started. Hi everyone, happy new year. I hope your first 2 or so weeks back have been nice and chill. Hopefully getting back into things. We have one interesting vote today. We're gonna get some updates and stuff, and then our big chunk of time today is we're going to worry about electing our people for the Senate for next year. So that's our main stuff we're doing today. Before we do that, please do your attendance, scan the QR code. That should be somewhere. Ooh, it's like, hold on. You all should have the floor. There. Well, you all should have the floor by now. And it's like the well, is everyone sitting in the QR code here? Maybe I'll get some more tape. Okay, take about a minute or so to do your attendance. No, she doesn't. She's not a voting member. I don't technically have a voter, I just break it. She has it for an organization, not for. their attendance? Yes?
$0.
Okay. Take a second and talk to people around you about your organizations, your goals this year for your organization. And I may ask that we get a share. Yeah. Talk about. Yes. Okay, does anyone want to share anything about the organization this year? Maybe a new goal? Yes.
Yeah, Alumni Association, and I think our new goal this year is to get younger members on board. I'm the youngest, and I graduated 40 years ago. So we definitely need new blood. Our older members are starting to time out, and we really want to reinvigorate our organization. So
It's a good goal. Hope we can help out with that. Anyone else? Okay, cool. We're gonna move on to our vote. Emma, do you want to come up to talk about this?
Hi everyone, how are you guys? I hope you're doing good. I'm kind of going to walk through a process that in ASB, what we've kind of been talking about. I know initially this discussion kind of came up through Ruby and Ethan communicating together and talking to you all with me as well. I jumped a bit later, but I'm going to come and kind of discuss it with you. So our formal theme this year, which is on February 1st, is City of Stars, which is after the movie La La Land. And as we know, La La Land takes place in LA in the Hollywood Hills. And right now, well, in the past, I think still there are fires, but those same hills that we're kind of commemorating and or are a part of our formal are currently burning, and tons of lives are being detrimentally affected, and it's just terrible. So what we've decided to do in ASB and are now proposing to you that you get to vote on is that $5 from every ticket that we sell at the school will go to a LA wildfire relief donation fund. So traditionally we had the tickets set at about the $45 price, but how we're gonna do it is now 40 of that $45 will get funded to ASB directly to help with the school, to help our account, to help us fund other clubs, other groups, organizations, and then the other $5 is gonna go straight to the LA fund. Same thing with the $55 regular price ticket and the $65 door price ticket. And then there's gonna be like donation containers as well during and selling and possibly during the dance. But I kind of want to now get into more of like the organizations that we have a possibility of working with. So number one is the California Community Foundation Wildlife Recovery Fund. So if you want, I'm just gonna let you have a couple seconds to read those small fonts. I could read out loud, but I think it would be a lot of text for you to be digesting. Option two is the Greater Los Angeles Education Foundation Wildlife Relief Fund. Now, one thing about option two that's not on the slide that I do want to include is Ethan has reached out to Chiavegato Foundation, specifically the philanthropy section of Chiavegato, which is a company in the Palo Alto Bay Area region, very local to us. And Chiavegado's staff, so not them as a company, but the staff of the philanthropy unit have committed to matching personally how much we donate. So let's say we get $5,000 for option two. With option two, Chiavegado's staff is going to be able to donate another $5,000, meaning we will probably be able to donate the most significant amount of money with option two. But there still is option we are a school, we're an education system. The Sequoia Union District is bringing up all of our educations, is helping us grow as people. So in the same way, we kind of have a bit of a connection with this fund, but still, when you do your vote, you can pick any of them. And then option 4 is that there would be no donations, meaning none of the money from our tickets would go to the wildlife fires at all. It would go straight to ASB. Those are the 4 options. Yes, I'll pass that back over to Ethan to run the vote.
Yeah, and these slides, as always, are linked in the table of contents of the spreadsheet. So if you want to read up these bios about the different organizations or search them up, you're welcome to do that now. While we're doing that, I'll give you like 2 or so minutes to do your own quick research of these. The first and third one are pretty similar. The second one, as Emma was talking about, goes directly to the school specifically. Does anyone have any questions specifically about this process? It's kind of confusing. Also, we usually raise around, or make about $3,000 from formals. We sell about 600 tickets at about average 50 price. And then the Sobrato staff have actually said that they would do about a 2 match. So it could be like up to $9,000 if we work with them, especially under the second one that Emma was talking about. So could be a helpful thing to do. Obviously, these fires have been very costly, but it'd be a good chunk of money to send over them. So think about that. Does anyone have any questions while you're doing your research?
And just like one more thing to think about, just so that while I'm up there, we feel like why we kind of chose this is specifically that like the LA Hills are, and LA in general is literally our whole entire formal theme, and we feel like it's kind of like not right to donate or include them or help them in some way, especially if we're benefiting from it. We want to help them in any way possible. So this is kind of our form of doing that.
It's super connected, totally. So I'll give you longer for this vote if you just want time to look at the stuff, but you can go on to each of this and vote. This is an approval style vote, so you can
Choose as many as
up to 3 of the options.
Yes, there are 4 options. You choose 3.
We'll give you like 2.5 minutes. Okay, you guys have about 1 more minute. seconds. Okay, we're locking the vote. Okay, so you guys have approved the second option for the Greater Los Angeles Education Foundation. So $5 from every ticket will go to them afterwards. We'll probably have some presentation of that, and then we'll be working with Sagrado to do that. Okay, now we're going to move on to our student senate elections. So this is for next year. We are going to be picking the new chairperson, which is the role that I have. The vice chairperson, which is going to be a newish role that we're adding to help support the chairperson in their duties, and then the secretary, which is what Sam has done. So I guess, should I say what each person does? Okay. Yes. So the chairperson, which is me, conducts the monthly meetings, schedules them, creates agendas, gets all the senators together, communicates with organizations, approves the motions for votes, facilitates each vote and the discussions, and then has a vote in the event of a tie. The vice chairperson, which is the new role, will assist the chairperson in all those activities, which includes filling in for them when necessary, assigning the students to the flex, writing and sending press releases, and confirming the implementation of approved votes and delivering the letters to the administration. And then the secretary assists the vice chairperson in their activities, and then fills in whenever necessary, manages the student senate voting and attendance sheets, films and uploads recordings of each meeting, takes logs and reports of each vote, and completes the meeting minutes. Okay, so we are going to go through each of the nominees for each position. We'll give a little 2-minute thing about themselves, and then at the end, you will each vote based on that, and I'll explain that in a second.
Cool.
So, Karan, can you come up and talk a little bit?
Hi everyone, I'm Karan Sangani. A lot of you know me, some of you may not. I'm a member of the class of 2022, so I'm a sophomore. I play water polo here at Sequoia. I'm planning to do the IB diploma next year, and I'm currently running for the ASB Executive Board too. Just a little bit about my involvement in Sequoia ASB. I'm part of our communications committees, which are SNN and social media. You probably see a lot of the TSRs every week, and so that used to be edited by me. I'll be handling the lead editor of our Lift Up this year, and I also edit our bi-weekly Scores and More episodes. I'm also a field photographer for football games, and you'll sometimes see me at basketball games too. Just a little bit about what I would bring to the Senate. I have pretty strong organization and communication skills, and because of my experience with comms, I have experience managing multiple projects from ASB committees. We're currently working on the winter formal trailer, which will be released on Wednesday, and I'm super excited for all of you guys to see that too. And what the Senate means to me is that it's inclusive and welcoming of all opinions. Everyone is welcome to share their voice, share their thoughts, and not be muted for it. It encourages collaboration between different student groups. There's a lot of different clubs that are represented here and a lot of different viewpoints. And it's also a way for more innovation and more experimentation to happen at Sequoia, where new and creative ideas can come to improve our school. That's it for me, but I'd love to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Karan is the only one running for the secretary position, but for purposes, you will vote for him or not vote for him. So, Winter.
part of a drama club, which is super fun. And I also did tech crew for the school musical this year and for the school play last year. And I auditioned for the play this year, hopefully. But if not, I also will be doing tech for the play this year. I also am part of ASB. I am class of 27 president. And this year we've done, I think, 4 fundraisers now. Some more successful than others, but that's been going pretty well overall. And we hopefully might have merch coming soon for class of 27, so that's very exciting. I'm also part of the spirit committee that helps plan spirit days, and we make canvas and find lunchtime activities and help with that. I'm also part of the dance committee, which helps plan the dances, and also all the tickets and posters and everything for that, which I really, really enjoy. And for exec board this year, that's where I hope to help out the most. I'm also part of varsity cheerleading this year as well as last year, and this year I am our event and financial manager. So I help out plan social events, like our little winter party we had the other month, and I also help with costs of activities and certain things, and future and upcoming fundraisers. And I also am our social media manager as well, so our entire social media page is run by me. And I'm also part of JSU, which is Jewish Student Union, and I'm part of that and contribute to that. Well, I think what I would bring to the Senate is I have like a lot of people I can talk to across campus and part of different groups and different clubs, which makes I have a voice for a lot of people. And then I also have a lot of outreach past school environments through financial access and the events that I want to do outside of school for my other things that I'm a part of, which is pretty cool. And what Senate means to me is a safe place where everyone is free to express their own opinions and that everyone's voice is equally heard, and as well as like just a place that we can all like connect to each other, meet new people, meet new friends, and also that everyone knows what's going on campus because our school is so big and there's so much to do. Yeah. Does anyone?
Perfect, thank you. Okay. Also for the vice chairperson, Lily, come on out.
Alright. Hi guys, I'm Lily and I'm a sophomore and I'm also running for Senate Vice Chairperson. A little bit about my experiences and involvement at Sequoia. I've been a part of student council for 2 years as the class of 2027 vice president, and I've worked on numerous like kind of community events and fundraisers. This year I'm also part of Sequoia ASB, and I'm on the grab bag and appreciation committee, and we've done a lot of different projects, such as like ASB Bigs and Littles, which is like kind of like a little buddy system in ASB, and then we've also worked on, or we're currently working on a project revolving around celebrating seniors' like post-grad plans. And I'm also a part of Sequoia Speech and Debate, and I've been doing this for 2 years. And I'm the current vice president of parent communication, and I plan to use like these communication skills to help like advocate for our many different student groups between Sequoia. And also part of Sequoia like site council as a student representative, which is a group of administration, teachers, and student representatives. And I provide my input here as a student. And in terms of like athletics, I've done volleyball and golf. As to what I bring to the set, communication between students and staff, and help advocate for our many different groups across campus, and of course encourage this place to be a very like welcoming environment and amplify all of our like student voices. And the Senate is a place that like highly values and emphasizes like student voice, and it really like fosters student involvement. And it's also a good place where you can like discover new groups on campus that you like may not have known about. And yeah, at least in mine, I hope you'll consider voting me for vice chairperson.
Okay, moving on to our chairperson, Maeva.
journalism this year, so I learned the ropes and was able to publish some articles for the Raven Report, so that was a lot of fun. And then I also was in ASB last year, where I helped with Campus Connection, which is connecting the Media Center, TRC, and the College and Career Center, and then also helped organize some of the Spirit Weeks. I also do track. I'm planning on doing it this year, and then I did it last year. It's a lot of fun. I just love going to sporting events at Sequoia. Like earlier this week, I was at a soccer game for Sequoia. And then I'm also class of 2026 vice president, and I was the secretary last year, so I have experience with like fundraisers and just organizing and running events. And then the past 3 years, I've been doing tech crew for Sequoia Drama, so I'm pretty involved in that. And yeah, I also really love visual performing arts programs at Sequoia, so I did choir my freshman year and performed on behalf of the school for the school. And then I also is in art, and I do IB art. And then in terms of clubs, I do a lot of different clubs. So I'm part of Asian Student Union, and then I'm Crochet Club Treasurer, which I've been doing for the past 2 years. I'm the Drumline Social Media Manager, and then the Volunteer Abroad Club President, and we work with the nonprofit Dream Volunteers, and we try and donate supplies and raise money for nonprofits around the world. And then I also do STEMality, which once a week I volunteer at elementary school and teach classes of children STEM projects. In terms of skills, I am trilingual, so I speak Spanish native, and I also speak French, and so I also experience those classes at, I experienced the French classes and the Spanish classes at Sequoia, so I like to do them very like, well-rounded. I'm communicative, I love talking with people, I love learning everyone's like niche interests, and I really try and be kind of sort to anyone and everyone I meet. I'm really organized. I mean, I'm part of a lot of different clubs, so I just help organize a lot of things. And then I also have connections to various parts of campus because I'm involved in so many like different things. So I think that can be really helpful, especially in a student senate where we're trying to get everyone's voices heard. And then goals in the senate. So as chairperson, the job of the chairperson is to just foster an environment where everyone can bring up any thoughts or ideas they have. And so I really want to put emphasis on that, where this is an environment where you can say what you want to say and create one strong student voice where you feel represented. And it just is also a way to connect the campus communities here at Sequoia, so you can collaborate easily with other clubs and just be stronger as a whole. And yeah, just be united, because this is a school, and what is a school without its students? And so I really think that the Senate is the place to share your thoughts and ideas. Any questions?
Also for chairperson, we have
Hi, I'm Sam Richman. I know a lot of you guys, not everyone, kind of like Karin, but I'm involved in a lot of different things here at Sequoia. So I'm currently on the ASB Executive Board. I've done ASB for 2 years now, starting last year. I'm the Communications Director, so I work to put out all of like the social media as well as the SNN and news segments for Sequoia in general. I'm currently involved with the IB diploma, though that is definitely a struggle. I did band 5th grade through 9th, and I definitely have enjoyed, like I just enjoy music, I love playing. I still play guitar, drums, I'm self-taught on both, and I'm trying to learn piano. I was in tech crew as well, at Sequoia Drama for 2 years, serving as an assistant stage manager. I also did like tech crew leader through SACT throughout middle school. I was the class treasurer for the class 26 last year. I play varsity lacrosse. I'm also the vice president for the lacrosse club this year, vice president for engineering club, robotics. I'm the co-captain for drumline, and I'm the current secretary for student senate. The biggest things that I want to bring to Senate are a lot of my current experience helping to manage what the Senate is and kind of continue it in a direction where we can like help impact clubs and organizations. And other people around campus that might feel that they're not being like seen or heard. I think that I can bring some strong leadership skills from other programs around Sequoia, and just organizational skills in general. I think I give more of a unique perspective on a lot of Sequoia's activities and organizations, mostly because I've been involved with both organizations who feel underrepresented and some that I can definitely notice that are overrepresented and maybe receive more support than, you know, other organizations could, you know, use that kind of support. So the Senate for me, biggest thing is to encourage originality and collaborations, making sure that we all can help each other to come to ideas that can, you know, innovate and create really good change for our school, as well as creating connections between distance programs on campus, especially because a lot of programs feel kind of secluded at Sequoia within their own domains. I think giving equal opportunity and support to all clubs, kind of regardless of their stature, is really important, mostly because a lot of our clubs that maybe have less members feel a bit underrepresented or get a little less support from school. I think creating that this is definitely a space for, or this is a space to create and foster innovation and to really be the bridge between admin and the student body in order to help create a better, more diverse campus life. So that's it.
Any questions for Sam? Okay, so that concludes our presentations. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the voting portion. You're welcome to, yes. So unlike all of our other votes, this is through a form that will be anonymous. If you are a senior, you're welcome to vote, but I would remind you that you're voting on behalf of next year. So you're voting for your organization as they choose to go into next year. So you're voting on behalf of them, not of yourself. And yes, take a second to fill this out. The results of this election will go out in the next press release today or tomorrow or later. I'll change that. I also can see if it is. Okay, that should be changed now.
I had a quick question. This is
Yes.
our last vote.
This for today, yes. The rest of it is non-voting. Okay, I'll give you another 30 or so seconds to do that.
This is the last vote I'm gonna take off.
No worries. Okay, so this form will remain open for the rest of the day, but we're just gonna move on for now. Okay, Alice, student one.
Ignore that my voice. I'm Alice. I'm one of our two spirit commissioners, as you probably know. I presented here before. This is kind of just like an add-on to what I presented last week, or last meeting, about the formal spirit week and like getting approval for all of our days and themes and activities. You can see like what we eventually decided up there on the screen, but I
say the Wednesday and Thursday lunchtime activities are slightly changing because we're collaborating with the leadership class. Sorry, the leadership class for them to help take on like more of a spirit role. But they're along those lines, and the days will remain the same. But for Monday, we're planning on doing La La Land with like snacks and having that be an opportunity for clubs and like class officers to do some fundraising and like advertising. This says that it's going to be in the FPR, but we've decided to actually relocate it to in here because of like just spacing and other complications with like admin and stuff. But that is like the general plan. ASB is planning on giving out free popcorn. It's a movie. And I think we will also be selling baked goods. And you as class officers and or club can sell whatever you want. I know there's plans for like boba, other goodies, stuff like that. So you can just fill out this QR code if you're representing a club or a group that would like to do it. I think there's like, you can also fill it out if you're not planning on doing it. I think there's like a no option. But please fill that out. I think it's going to remain open. I'll probably check on it like earlier next week. And then like I'll probably send out an email just like finalizing what people are going to sell because it is 2 weeks from, or a week from Monday.
Are we allowed to sell anything, or does it have to be within the dietary requirements of the school?
So I will say that if anyone has not heard, this has been a bit of an issue in ASB. The school does have dietary requirements, what can be served during the school day and at lunch. That usually includes like stuff being served at the correct temperature, sugar requirements, sodium requirements, stuff like that. So do your best to follow those guidelines and keep it pretty healthy. Don't like bring a whole giant thing of like Sour Patch watermelon. Like that will probably be frowned upon. We are doing it in here just so that we do have a little more control over like the environment, but just be cautious and mindful of that.
I think what Alice is trying to say is we would prefer not to fully answer that question. If you make a good faith effort to
Try your best.
do something, that's okay. And yeah, we don't do it often, so it's just every now and then. And
So please fill out this form.
Any other questions for Alice?
I can't do both. If someone sees a boba cup,
Take a second to fill this out.
I would be more inclined to allow that. They have a crusade against boba.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, do I be? Yeah.
For the yes, no.
Okay, so for our other business, as always, you can put at the ending form to have your organization featured on a spotlight or to host an event in the quad. As well, our Festival of Love, which is our annual Valentine's Day celebration. I think that date is correct. Yeah, we're actually okay. We'll be on the 14th. So on our ending form, you can say if you'd like to be involved. Usually that's one of our bigger celebrations with a lot of groups involved. So I would say that is a good time to sell stuff at the same time if you would like to group or just be a part of the festivities. And then our elective fair is coming up next Wednesday. So just be out there supporting different elective groups. They will each have tables so that people registering in the next few months will know about each other. Okay.
Wow.
Any questions about any of that stuff?
The Vol Hall.
For our final other business, we're gonna have an admin update. Gooch, if you wanna come up and talk about moving flex. So we had at our last meeting in December a little chat about sending a letter to administration about wanting to move flex due to clubs needing the time to execute. So let us know your feelings. I guess so. Yeah.
Great planning on my part.
Very.
Does anyone have, what am I supposed to say?
If you guys have discussed this as an administration, your perspective on moving flex to the time before lunch, and maybe some things you weren't considering, or the possibility of it happening.
Oh, right. I think that, so the bell schedule in general, right,
to get to this place, and that was the ultimate new bell schedule that we now have foisted upon us. And, you know, anytime you're taking that long to plan something and you're implementing something that's school-wide, you never know what the outcome is going to be or how it's going to affect students and staff until you actually implement that program, which has happened now. And it is, I think it's still classified as a pilot program, meaning that it's in for 2 years, and Mr. Priest will ultimately make a decision whether or not he'll take input from students and staff to see whether or not we should continue with the bell schedule as it is. So it's definitely, and this has been approved by the school board and all that, those sorts of things, and gone through multiple committees over the past 2 years. So it is in place for that time. At that 2-year juncture, so at the end of not this year, but the next year, it will be reviewed to see if this is something that we're going to continue to go forward with. If you're a junior, that obviously you're going to be stuck with it for a couple of years. If you're a sophomore, you might want to campaign vigorously to make some of the changes that people have floated out there. Yes, sophomores, or freshmen as well. I didn't necessarily have a hand in creating it, but I can field any questions that you might have about the process to, you know, have your voice heard, make a complaint, those sorts of things. So I know a letter was sent to Mr. Priest, is that correct? Yes, and so let me open it up to you, so I'm gonna quit just yammering on. Anybody have any questions about it? Yes?
Why was Flex moved? Because in the email about the updated schedule at the beginning of the year, a clear reason wasn't said. Like, why was Flex moved?
You know, here, just as a layperson, someone who is not necessarily involved in the actual creation of the bell schedule, I have my ideas about why it was moved. You know, there may be a more scientific reason why Flex was moved. But for me, on the day-to-day, I'm out on the school grounds every day. When Flex was in place, previously where it was, we had so many more students that just didn't go, and they left campus. So they viewed that as like, woo, I've got, you know, like a 2-hour lunch. And so I think that's, but I don't know for certain. Yeah?
With the new schedule, have you noticed a decrease in students skipping?
Anecdotally, yes. Vastly. Vast difference in the number of students just decamping off campus to go to Sequoia Station or whatever, thus exposing themselves to, you know, potential hazards. So yes, anecdotally, actual data, I don't have that, but that would be now that's a great question to ask, right? If you're looking to say, hey, can we review this thing? Did this work? Well, then look at attendance data for Flex. That'll give you your answer right there. That's a great question and a great ask for administrators. Yeah.
Just a question, so I know WASP came last year and the student board, like, students met with them and we were discussing something. Do you think that the decline, as of what they said, do you think the decline in students skipping class was because of Flex time change? Is that the only variable, or do you think it's the increase in security that are at all the locations and more locking of gates?
Let's be honest. Security doesn't really have the ability to stop anybody. If I want to get off this campus, you'd have no idea. I could be gone in a heartbeat, right? And a lot of people still do, right? So I don't, this is a classic example of the response to something after it happens, which is not as effective as setting a policy before and explaining it to people why it's in place. Here's why you don't go off campus, right? One, you're missing, you know, social opportunities, educational opportunities, and Sequoia Station is like, you know, But if you want to leave campus, you can. That still exists. But just anecdotally, for me watching, it seems like, and this may be a variable, we're getting farther away from COVID, right? People were sitting at home, you know, vaping away, clicking, yeah, right, on their iPads and whatever. And now you have to go back to school and like be in society with people.
We're still recording.
That's easier to do now than it used to be. In fact, hopefully we will see about that. So that's all.
Just the security thing. What security?
On your way out, everyone please do that closing form.
He was writing this script.